Right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start this lesson off by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to our brothers who are fervently preaching the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to the sincere Akwath. Shalom to the scattered Israelites who are amongst these heathen nations and look like these heathens. Now, this lesson is going to be based on 2 earthquakes that struck minutes apart off San Francisco coast. So, through the Spirit, I'm going to read this article, get some precepts, and Lord's will, you're edified. It says 2 earthquakes struck minutes apart off the coast of San Francisco Saturday evening, the U.S. Geological Survey said. USGS said the first tremor hit just before 4:40 p.m. with a preliminary magnitude of 3.0. The second struck a little over 2 minutes later with a preliminary 2.7 magnitude. USGS said both quakes measured at a depth of about 4.3 miles and hit 2 miles southwest of the San Francisco Zoo. According to the Geological Survey, people typically report feeling earthquakes larger than about magnitude 2.5. The closer to the surface an earthquake occurs, the more ground shaking and potential damage it will cause. No injuries or major damage have been reported. Isaiah 29:6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh of hosts with thunder, and with earthquake, and great noise, with storm and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire. And in this particular case, the Lord, visited the coast of San Francisco with 2 earthquakes, a 2.7 and a 3.0. And even though those are not, huge earthquakes or anything, an earthquake is still an earthquake. Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. And when you look up the definition of diverse, it means many or multiple. And we've been seeing earthquakes in many and in multiple places all over the world of varying magnitudes. And these are all signs of the times, signs of the last days, and signs of the Lord visiting this world which he made. 2 Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass which I have told thee before. Verse 2, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, and there are plenty of both, there's plenty of earthquakes happening throughout the world, and there's plenty of uproars of the people in the form of protests happening in the world. So then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonder, and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs. And like I said, these earthquakes are signs of the Lord visiting this world which he made. All the earthquakes, the various fires, the various storms and tempests, these are all signs of the Lord visiting this world. And it will become a lot more intense and a lot more frequent and destructive and deadly. And the Lord has put the Spirit on those of us of the hopeful elect to understand that He has blessed us with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of these scriptures. And then we warn the people, we prophesy and warn the people of what's to come. But a lot of people are disregarding what we're saying. They're disregarding our warnings. And those are the people that the Lord is not dealing with. Because the people that the Lord is dealing with, they're going to take heed to the warning. And they're going to get right with the Lord. And He's going to have His hedge of protection over them. But for those whom the Lord is not dealing with, for those wicked people with whom the Lord is angry with every day, there is no hedge of protection for them. So they're the ones who are going to get caught up in these judgments. They're the ones who are in the Lord's target sights. And seeing as we are in the last days, we can expect there to be at some point a major earthquake to hit California, San Francisco, Los Angeles, wherever. A lot of, I believe, meteorologists have been saying that, California is way overdue for a major quake. So that could happen at any point. And a lot of people would never even see it coming because they don't pay attention. The scriptures say in Proverbs 22:3 that a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Majority of these people are simple. They're so caught up in a bunch of folly and wickedness and nonsense instead of paying attention to what's going on in the world around them. So when the Lord pours out His wrath, a lot of people end up getting caught up, getting wounded, getting killed, because they weren't preparing, they weren't being prudent, they weren't watching, they weren't being circumspect. But that just goes to show whom the Lord is dealing with and who He isn't dealing with. And in these last days, the Lord is going to make that more and more clear. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. In closing, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakudash, the water Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, putting the Spirit on me to do this lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are still fervently preaching the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to the sincere Akwath, and shalom to the scattered Israelites who are amongst these heathen nations and look like these heathens. I hope you all stay strong, stay safe, stay fervent, stay circumspect, stay prayed up, and Adawan Ratazah. Till next time, shalom.